Hello everybody, my name is Birdcatcher and this is Dust, an Elysian Tail. That's right, I'm playing a furry game. Yeah, I get all the laughs out now, but there's a really special reason why I'm deciding to play this game, and I hope that maybe you'll appreciate some of these reasons.
Our world has fallen to fade, its great works long since complete, its storied civilizations long since fallen to dust. The greatest legends of Elysium, long since forgotten. What was once a land of promise has fallen to the ravages of war. And it was in this, our most desperate hour, that the greatest of Elysian tales began. The lone warrior stood against an army, slashing his way through all who opposed him. The mob stood no chance, and the soldier showed no mercy. But despite his victories, his skills, his ruthlessness, the valiant soldier would perish on this day. Not to the mob, but to a single child.
Dust, dust, arise.
What? A talking sword? What are you?
Only that which you have summoned.
Summoned? How? For what purpose?
That I do not know. But we shall learn in time. Now rise and claim the blade of Ara.
Stop! Stop right there!
And who is she?
Me? I'm Fidget, guardian of this sword.
So, what is this sword?
I am the blade of Ara, and you, Dust, are my fated sword bearer.
Yes, well, that's all great and everything, but I think it's about time I got this sword back to the clan.
I can't let you just leave with this sword, Fidget. Right now, it's the only thing that knows who I am. I don't even know how I got here.
Well, then you leave me no choice. I challenge you! The winner gets the sword!
Well,
Alright, you win. But don't think I'm leaving empty-handed. I'm coming with you. But, I really need the sword back when you're done doing, you know, whatever it is you're doing.
What exactly am I doing, Ara?
The answers you seek lie to the east. There is a path through the glade that leads down the mountainside, and from there you will find a village. That is your first step.
Then will you give me the sword? I really need to get it back home before anyone notices it's, gone.
When I find out just what it is I'm supposed to do with it, it's all yours, Fidget. Come on, let's go.
Alright, so as I was saying, there's some really good reasons why I'm choosing to play this game, and mainly the biggest one I can think of is I sort of knew the person who made this game, although there's no way that they remember who I am. It was all made by somebody named Noogie, aka Dean Dodrill. Well, rather, I sort of got that backwards. His name is actually Dean Dodrill, and whatever, his screen name was Noogie. So anyway, I used to play this game called Jazz Jackrabbit 2 when I was a little kid, and he did a lot of the animation work, especially for the introduction video and stuff like that for that game. And he really was one of the first people that got me interested in drawing and doing artwork. His website used to have a whole bunch of drawing tutorials and stuff. And as you can see, the character of Dust is completely animated, and it looks wonderful. Also, Fidget is animated. The backgrounds look like they were made in Flash, but look at all that. Traditional animation. That's really cool. In fact, this whole game was actually just made by Dean Dodrill. I read about this before I picked up this game, where he joined the XNA community, and that's how he learned how to program. He just followed a bunch of tutorials and eventually, wall chicken, figured it out.
is it, Fidget?
Well, my kind has what you'd call a sixth sense. And there's something just ahead.
Oh, what could it be? Well, press M to access the map, huh? From here you can explore areas within the current region, treasure in the immediate vicinity. I think I need to jump downwards. Okay, I guess I can't do that right now. I thought I was able to. Oh. So here we are with dashing. You use Q and E to do it, and you also use that ability to dodge a lot. You can... Now I can jump down through there. Excellent. So, this game actually has its roots in the fact that originally Dean Dodrill wanted to make a movie called An Elysian Tail, if I remember. And he was animating this movie at 2 times...
Oh, right! We found a chest!
Correction. We found a locked chest.
Well, what are you waiting for? Smash it open.
That would be unwise, Dust. These chests are protected by arcane locks from the last era, and are well beyond my capabilities.
I suppose we'll need a key then.
As I was saying, Dean Dodrill was attempting to animate the entire movie using at 2 times HD resolution, which is really, really, really big. Imagine, you know how movies and animation is regularly performed. Now imagine that instead of doing that at standard definitions, you're doing it at humongous, like 4 feet long drawings. It took him a little while to do it, and I think eventually he decided to go ahead and he got curious about making a video game. He always wanted to make a video game by himself after working in the industry for so long, and here we are. He did it. Now, this game is like a beat 'em up, so we're about to get into the first combat.
Calm yourself, Fidget. Dust. Focus. Remember what you've learned thus far.
No! Mash the buttons! Do something!
Alright, so you just do the usual fighting game stuff. Light attacks, heavy attacks. You can do light and then up, and that'll kind of send enemies upwards. You juggle them. And you also get a combo meter, which you use to get bonus experience.
Nobody said anything about monsters.
Strange. Where did I learn these skills?
You wield the Blade of Ara, and with it, all the skills imbued therein.
Hello? Monsters?
Is that why I summoned you? To control this power?
It is unlikely, Dust, that I would awaken from my slumber for such selfish reasons. There is a village beyond these woods. Perhaps finding it will aid in restoring your memories.
And then we'll be in the clear, right? No more monsters?
Fidget, I think things are about to get a whole lot worse.
And to think, this morning started off so well. At least take these feeble fruits. Something tells me you're gonna need them.
So, in combat, you can rack up combos, and the combos will give you bonus experience at the end. There is a leveling system. Right now, I am level 0, but eventually, you can get to higher levels, as is the usual practice in RPGs. This is a save point. You can use it to warp around the world. I'm going to just use it to save right here. And I am indeed playing this game on the hardest difficulty, I think I am anyway. Ooh, that's not good. So my combo got broken because I got hit. And we're just gonna try, and I'm not that good at beat 'em ups. I've never been able to get the idea of how to do the combos in any game down very well. So I'm going to do my best here, try and do lots of skillful moves and crowd control type of things, so that I don't get completely walloped like what is currently appearing to be happening. Oh, okay. No! Ah! But I used a revival stone, whatever that is. And let's jump, attack. Oh, okay. Not quite what I meant to do, but it seems to be doing the job. That's what I want to do, and then heavy attack while they're in the air. But I can't quite do that. I guess I just need a lot more practice, because right now I'm just mashing buttons and hoping that the right combos happen. but I don't think that's exactly the most effective way to play this game or any beat-em-up game. There, that's what I wanted to do earlier, but I couldn't pull it off. Anyway, so just like in Castle Crashers, I'm kind of not really that good at figuring out the combinations, but let's try my best to. I'm trying to figure out which combinations let me use, with the heavy attack especially. Let me throw enemies down and use that to kind of stun the other enemies, like that. Because that sends the other enemies flying up in the air, I've noticed. And that's good because they can't hurt me if they are flying up in the air. Like, come on, yeah! There we go, now I'm sort of figuring out what I want to do. Oh, chain broken. One of those guys must have hit me in the back. So in combat you can use the dash skills like this to get away, and I think that when I was surrounded just then, it would have been a wise idea to use that opportunity to use the dash abilities. I think that's what they were designed for perfectly. And I'm kind of glimmering right now. I don't quite know what that's all about, but it's nice. One thing I'm really digging so far is this, as you hit enemies, the background kind of gets warped by the air or whatever, like that. That's a really nice effect. I wonder if that's like an XNA built-in thing, or if, perhaps Dean happened to learn how to program OpenGL or something and learned how to do these sorts of cool visual effects. I wonder what ability this is.
Hold here, Dust. You have unlocked a new ability. Bear witness to the dust storm.
Cool.
I like it.
Hold the secondary attack to perform the dust storm. But beware, skilled as you may be, you cannot maintain the storm for long without hurting yourself.
In that case, maybe I can help. If you press the super ballistic fidget action button of power, I'll perform an attack so spectacularly awesome that it'll produce emotions you didn't even know existed. Please contain yourselves as I demonstrate.
Nice. Missed all of them.
That was, very pretty.
Well, maybe I'll just keep the rest of my repertoire to myself.
I'm sorry, Fidget. I'm sure it'll come in handy somehow.
Actually, Dust, between the three of us, this could be quite useful. The dust storm can manipulate Fidget's projectile into a more powerful attack. Observe.
Wow! Oh, by the way, every time I use my power, it'll use up a bit of energy meter. You can recharge the meter with melee combos.
Yes, Dust. Between your combos and Fidget's own powers, you can achieve a higher hit chain, which will yield bonus experience after each battle. However, if you are struck by an enemy, the chain will be broken, and you will lose your bonus experience.
Alright, I think I understand.
If this is all too much for you, you can check out the help screen via the pause menu.
Thanks, Fidget. I'll take a look if I'm ever in trouble.
Alright, so then I hold that down and I hit them all. And then I need to make sure that they don't sneak up behind me and try to hurt me while I'm getting my super ow! No, I lost my chain. Oh well. I kind of forgot that I have this new Dust Storm ability and sort of got locked into it because I was just attempting to hit my secondary attack. Alright, well, I think that we can just use the autosave. And I think that's as good as time as any to end this video. We'll play more Dust and Elysian Tail, and I'll talk a little bit more about what the process was like for making this game as I do my own research into it. But I think that it should be really cool. You know, I have no expectations that Dean has any idea who I am anymore, but I did hang out on his forum for a while, and that's where I got my absolute beginnings of drawing. And I never really pursued it too much, but you can see, at least in the intro at the start of the video, I got to a point where I was at least able to learn how to use Flash to a modicum of skill. So, can't say it was all for nothing. Anyway, thank you for watching.